Hey there, I'm meteorologist Robert Spetty here with you. It's the 24th of June, 2016. Now, before I get into the tropical discussion, I do want to talk about what took place here in eastern China on Thursday afternoon. Absolutely devastating. A tornado ripped through a town just north of Shanghai. At this time, over 90 casualties have been reported out here. 500 injuries, 200 of them critical injuries. It means people are in a hospital. This is very serious, and it is going to be taking some time for the recovery across this region. It really was due to this cold front, which is now shifting off there towards the east over Kyushu and much of western Honshu. The good news, we're finally starting to see a little bit of a breakout here across parts of Shanghai, just towards the north of there, where this storm system took place. But in the upper levels, this was a very potent jet stream. Winds well over 100 knots, definitely enough to cause this vertical wind shear and develop some of these very strong and quite serious supercells that came out of this storm system. So, yeah, at least you're getting a little bit of a break as we continue to look ahead, but I think that it is still going to be taking some time. Pull back the bigger picture, though. Kind of see that this storm is going to be tracking over Japan, bringing some widespread showers out there as well, including for those of you out here in Kyushu. I know this is the last place you need more rainfall. In fact, we have been seeing serious flooding and landslides all week, especially back earlier on Tuesday and Wednesday. We just had that training effect come overhead. This is just showing you what's going to be happening by Saturday night and the Sunday. More showers here, even extending back there towards the Tokyo area as well. So that's probably definitely one of the bigger, more potent storm systems in the northern hemisphere. But I know a lot of you are tuning in to see what's going on in the tropics. All right, see that little swirl here on our satellite imagery? That is our tropical depression. In fact, I'll go back to that the analysis from the Japan Meteorological Agency. You can see where our tropical depression is, just towards the west there in the South China Sea. Also, we have a low pressure area, which I do think is going to become a tropical depression in the near future as well. So, dual storm systems. Now, you might be thinking, well, that's terrifying. I think both of these, the one towards the South China Sea is expected to become a tropical storm as we go ahead through Friday, but it's been struggling to develop. Even if Japan does call this a tropical storm and our one back here towards the west, the winds, I think, are still not going to be the biggest issue. It's going to be the rainfall. There is an abundance of moisture associated with this. Actually, this is water vapor imagery right here. Look at all that moisture being pulled in out from the southwest monsoon. You have that to contend with, plus back here towards the southeast. Now, you do see this dry slot located just towards the northeast of the Philippines. I think that is going to be kind of playing into this, kind of keeping this storm, especially down here towards the south, a little bit at bay. Dry air will filter into that a little bit. Plus, this is an upper level low, so it has an abundance of vertical wind shear with it. And you can even see this on our vertical wind shear map, which I did not put in here. But trust me, it is there. You can see it with the upper level lows. So definitely that is going to be playing into the organization of the system. By the way, if you don't watch my updates very often, I'm starting something new starting yesterday, so I'm a little sketchy with it. I'm running this off the iPad. That's why I keep on looking down and using the green screen. So it's a little sketchy. I'm a little slow on it, but it's a work in progress. So guys, give me some feedback down below. If you want me to go back to the other way, I will. If you enjoy the green screen, I enjoy this too. It keeps me busy. Something new to do. All right, let's take a look at some of our tropical systems out here. This is our tropical depression. Invest 96W. Some of you are calling it that. Just pulling off here towards the northwest. Really, the big thing with this, though, is multiple vortices coming out of it right now. It's not nearly as organized as we've seen on Thursday, but still, there is a general rotation, and that's why I've been saying for the past several days, I think this is going to be a monsoonal gyre type of storm. Just that overall rotation coming in out of this, and it's just going to enhance that monsoonal flow. Now, back towards the east, let's take a look at our other storm system we have. Well, this one, at least at this time, going to continue to track off here towards the west, really over Yap and Palau. That's our two islands right out here. There's Palau actually right there. Now, already heavy rainfall warnings in effect for these islands. This storm system is very slow moving, but I think as it ventures closer and closer out here towards the Philippines, it's just going to be bringing all that moisture with it. Just a giant water balloon. I was mentioning to somebody earlier about these two storms. So if you are out here, definitely this is something you're going to be wanting to watch out for. Let's take a look at our ECMWF model actually a little bit more closer onto this area as it does continue to track off there towards the west. As we go ahead through Saturday, that's just showing you Sunday. You can see right here actually that moisture just streaming on shore along the northern periphery of it, really bringing those showers across parts of northern Visayas. And also you have our other storm pulling in that moisture from the west as well. And that's why actually I put out this graphic a little bit earlier today, just showing you kind of that flow. There's our tropical invest area. I think it'll be a depression by then, pulling that moisture on, and then our other areas. So overall, I think some of these areas could see as much as 100 to possibly 200 millimeters of total precipitation out here as we continue to go ahead. You can see I actually need to work on my green screen lighting too. It's a little messy in the top left right there. Once you get on the white, you can kind of see that. It's a work in progress, guys. Home studio, just putting the stuff together. All right, so you can see in our darker areas here in the red, though, that's where the heaviest precipitation is going to be, especially in western Visayas, I do believe. Even in the Cebu, you could be looking at localized flooding in a few of these areas. Just a combination of both of these. It's actually called a habagat in Tagalog in the Philippines. Hope I pronounced that right. Just that enhancement of the southwest monsoon. If any of these storms are going to blow up into something surprising, I would take it to be this one over here towards the east. Just towards the east of the Philippines. Just because very warm sea surface temperatures out here, it might have a little more time to organize. But with that said, you still have that dry air just off there towards the north. So right now, big rainmaker. That's the end game with this. A big rainmaker. But do I think it's going to become a typhoon? No. Probably not going to be seeing a typhoon with either of these storms. Named storm system? Yeah, I think we finally might get it. It's already late June and July. We are going on one of the longest breaks in named storm systems out here in the Western Pacific. I think if you're new to the Western Pacific, you might be thinking, oh, I thought this was one of the most active places on Earth for tropical systems. It is. But recently, this has just been amazing as far as how quiet it has been. So, gives me time to try new things out. That's what I'm trying with this. I work on my lighting and this, keeping it all together. Let me know. Comments, feedback down below. What do you think is going to be going on with these storms? Do you think we're going to get a typhoon? I don't think so, but I want to know some of your guys' feedback as well. As always, though, stay safe out there, and thanks for watching.